Lightning strike killed an entire football team. In October 1998, witchcraft and black magic was blamed when a friendly football match in the Congo ended in tragedy. The local team Bena Tshadi was facing the Basang team from the Kasai region during a thunderstorm. In the heart of the tempestuous African night, the heavens raged with anger as lightning tore through the fabric of the sky, illuminating the darkness with its blinding brilliance. The stage was set on a rain-soaked football pitch in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where two rival teams were locked in a battle of endurance and skill. Little did they know that this night would etch their names into the annals of history. Not for their prowess on the field, but for a tragedy so surreal that it defied all comprehension. It was October 1998, and the air was thick with tension, not just from the impending storm, but also from fervent rivalry between the local team, Bena Tshadi, and their opponents from the Kasai region, the Basang team. The football match had been eagerly anticipated, a contest of valor and unity, where the crowd gathered in anticipation of a spectacle that would be etched in their memories forever. The rain fell incessantly, casting an eerie, ghostly glow over the scene as the players took their positions on the waterlogged pitch. As the referee's whistle pierced through the clamor, the match began, each team locked in a dance of strategy and athleticism. The spectators' cheers blended with a distant rumble of thunder, as if nature itself were adding its voice to the fervor of the game. But then, like a malevolent force summoned by the whims of fate, a bolt of lightning struck the sky with a deafening crack. In an instant, the world was cast into a blinding, searing light, and a deafening roar filled the air as if the very gods were clashing their swords. And then, darkness. A shroud of silence descended, replacing the cheers and the roar with an eerie quiet. The players who had stood moments ago, united in their pursuit of victory, now scattered across the field like discarded pawns on the cosmic chessboard. The storm had taken a sinister turn, its rage manifesting in a cruel, unpredictable manner. Every single player from both teams had been felled by the lightning's wrath, their bodies sprawled in contorted positions, frozen in a grotesque ballet of mortality. The rain, which had been a mere nuisance before, now seemed to weep for the fallen warriors, each droplet a silent tribute to the lives lost in an instant. The spectators, once roaring with excitement, now stood frozen in disbelief, their cheers silenced by the cruel hand of destiny. The pitch, once alive with the energy of competition, now stood as a macabre tableau of death and devastation, a stark reminder of the fragility of human existence in the face of nature's fury. Word of the tragedy spread like wildfire, transcending the boundaries of the local community. Newspapers carried the shocking headlines, each word a chilling testament to the inexplicable horror that had unfolded on the stormy night. The story traveled beyond borders, capturing the imagination of people around the world. Questions arose, theories were formulated, and debates ignited. But one fact remained indisputable. An entire football team had been extinguished in the flash, leaving behind a void that could never be filled. And investigators come through the aftermath, seeking answers in the wake of the inexplicable. The world grappled with the weight of the tragedy. Now, could an act of nature claim the lives of so many in a single catastrophic instant? The pitch that had once been a field of dreams now stood as a haunting reminder of the capriciousness of fate. The lives that had been so full of promise were now relegated to the realm of memory, their stories forever intertwined with the unforgiving forces of the storm. And so the tale of an entire football team swallowed by lightning became a somber testament to the unpredictable power of nature. A chilling reminder that even in the midst of human triumphs and endeavors, the elements of dominion over life and death, the echoes of the fateful night reverberated through time, a haunting refrain that would forever resonate in the hearts and minds of those who bore witness to the tragedy that defied reason and left an indelible mark on the world of sport and beyond. Africa is the lightning capital of the world, according to NASA. They have been tracking every bolt of lightning to hit the Earth for 18 years. Bena Tshadi is in the Democratic Republic of Congo, which appears a whopping 5 times in the world's top 10 hotspots. Average strikes per year. Number 1, Lake Maracaibo, Venezuela, South America. 232 strikes. Second, Kabare, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Africa, 205 strikes. Third, Kampene, Democratic Republic of Congo, Africa, 176 strikes. Fourth, Caceres, Colombia, South America, 172 strikes. Fifth, Sake, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Africa, 143.2 strikes. Sixth, Dagar, Pakistan, Asia, 143.1 strikes. Seventh, El Tara, Colombia, South America, 138 strikes. Eighth, Muti, Cameroon, Africa, 129.58 strikes. Ninth, Butembo, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Africa, 129.5 strikes. 10th, Bonde, Democratic Republic of the Congo, Africa, 127 strikes. All 11 players of Bena Tshadi were reportedly killed in October 1998 when lightning struck the pitch during their match against local rivals Basangana. An article that was published in the local Democratic Republic of the Congo newspaper, L'Avenir de Kinshasa, read, "Lightning killed 11 young players between 20 and 35 years old during a football match. The athletes of Basangana curiously came out unscathed from the catastrophe. 30 people watching the match were reportedly also injured. Many reputable newspapers ran the entire football team killed story, with many repeating the same few lines as all the others. Most have some sort of disclaimer due to the civil war which raged in the DRC at the time of the incident. Many of the details are unknown." Searching for the story in multiple languages, including French, the language spoken in the Congo, returns hundreds of hits. And curiously, in every single one of them, the details were somewhat lacking. Any hopes to find a blog or something from someone in the local area who may have blown a whistle on this story were dashed. Even forums discussing the story provided nothing of value in getting to the truth. Indeed, the lightning flashes and the commentators claim it hit the pitch. The strike itself is not visible on the video feed. The flash, however, is visible and coincides with several of the players from both teams dropping down less than 2 seconds later, many clutching their heads. Commotion quickly ensures as it becomes apparent some of the players are injured and medics and other players rush to tend to those in need. Indeed, below one of the reportedly uninjured Basang team is seen being put onto a stretcher. All of the players seem to still be alive and moving, albeit breathing is perhaps a better description. One player appears unresponsive as he is carried off a few minutes later, presumably being manhandled due to lack of available stretchers. It appears a decision was made to move people off the pitch by any means possible in case of another lightning strike. There are no obvious signs that he is in cardiac distress as there doesn't appear to be anyone attempting CPR. In fact, someone photobombs bottom left of the shot below, the camera waving and grinding, not the behavior normally in keeping with a dead body being carried off the pitch. The only picture on any of the articles incidentally linked back to a 2004 article which apparently shows the body of Sinchi TV football player Zhang Tao is unloaded at the morgue in Singapore, 10 March 2004, and is therefore misleading as it is not even the same country but is dropped into the middle of an unrelated story. So, did all 11 players of the same football team really die after being struck by lightning? Or is this a story that somehow got blown out of proportion and the internet did what it does best and ran with it? So for those interested in digging into stories, it is weird why no one is questioning the lack of evidence around this story. Whilst there is no disputing several players potentially got injured during a match during a thunderstorm, it seems hard to believe that everyone would blindly believe that an entire team got struck by lightning, when the video footage clearly shows members of the team that supposedly died assisting their teammates. Some speculated that the team was hit because they played the match with iron-stud footwear, but again, there is no evidence to support this. Thunderstorms produce flashes that can send lightning over 10 miles outside of the parent thunderstorm, and these are particularly dangerous for sports stadiums. There are numerous news reports of players being struck by lightning during matches. Cases in which lightning causes multiple fatalities occur when lightning either strikes the ground or an object on the ground, such as a tree. The energy from that lightning strike radiates outward along the ground, so anyone in the immediate vicinity may be killed or injured. According to National Weather Service or NWS, lightning safety specialist John Jensenius, it is not all that frequent in the United States. However, in Africa, it's actually quite common because many areas don't have adequate protection, Jensenius said. However, only about 10% of people who are struck by lightning are killed, and this fact makes the Congo story even more questionable. So what are the actual odds that 11 people, all on the same team, could die from a single lightning strike when they were spread out across the pitch?